Hi, my name is Greg Sherman and I teach 8th grade math here at Langley Middle School. This video is designed to support you as parents and guardians in building a connection between your students learning in the classroom and their future career options. Finding the rate of change and initial value of functions is a concept that students begin to learn in the middle grades and plays a vital role in creating a solid foundation for higher level mathematics courses. We see slope and use rate of change every day in the real world. Gas prices are an example of how we use rate of change in the real world. The rate of change for gas prices can be written as dollars per gallon. The gas pump automatically multiplies the number of gallons we put in our tank by the price per gallon, or rate of change. The important vocabulary to know when thinking about this concept or skill are rate of change and initial value. The rate of change is how one variable is changing in relation to another variable. For example, the distance a car drives over time. The further the car gets during a period of time, the greater the rate of change is. The initial value of a function tells us where the function starts on the y-axis. So how do we find the rate of change and initial value of a function? Let's look at an example together. A teacher already had a certain number of canned goods for the drive. Each day of the food drive, the class plans to bring 10 cans. The total number of canned goods for day 10 is 205. Assume the relationship is linear. Find and interpret the rate of change and initial value. So again, we need to find our rate of change and our initial value. Talk with one another, figure out what information you have and then what you're trying to find.
We know our formula, so it's gonna be y
equals mx plus b.
And they gave us the amount of cans they brought.
For each day.
So that's 10, so that's what m equals. Would y be 205?
For day 10, so it gives us 3 just like the last problem. So for m, we already know what m is.
The class brings each day, so they bring in 10 cans each day.
So what would that be?
Slope.
Also called?
Rate of
Rate
change.
of change. Good. So x in this case represents what?
The days and
The days. All right, and then y represents what?
The amount of cans.
Total amount of cans. Good. You got it
That
right,
equals
Alicia.
105.
Equals b.
Okay, so let's walk back through the steps. Can somebody explain? Get one person to explain. Let's look at yours because you have all the steps written out well. Okay.
Okay, so what we did was we found what our rate of change was, which was 10. So we substituted that. And then we found out what our x is, which is 10 also because those are the days. And then we found what our y was because that was the total amount. And that was 205. So then our equation was 205 equals 10 times 10 plus b. And then we multiplied 10 times 10 and that equals 100. So our equation would be 205 equals 100 plus b. And to get to combine the like terms, we had to subtract 110 from both sides. And that equals 105 equals b. And that is what our initial value is.
Good. All right, so for this situation, what does 105 mean?
How many cans they brought?
They started off with the first
Good. All right, how many cans the teacher started off? Because look at that first sentence. It says a teacher already had a certain number of canned goods for the drive. So that 100 is the number that she had when she started the can drive. Okay? Hopefully this video will give you some idea of how your student is learning to be a more powerful mathematician. So today's scope for finding the rate of change and initial value of a function are: first, to solve problems together. Explain and demonstrate how to find rate of change and initial value of a function with your student. Communicate by asking your student why they believe this skill is important. Offer a challenge. Invite your student to create their own real-life function for you as their parent or guardian. Then try to find the rate of change and initial value of that function with their assistance. Provide an opportunity to research some careers that might use this skill. Engage in discussion with your student about other places they might see rate of change in the real world. We believe that parents are our students' first teachers. You can support your students' learning of rate of change and initial value by encouraging them to never give up. Encouragement and patience go a long way. Once your student has got it, say to them, now that you can solve these problems, what do you think you might be able to do next? I'm Greg Sherman, 8th grade math teacher at Lindley Middle School. Tune in next time for more ways to scope with your student and keep on solving.